So, what's my warm up routine? Especially before I play around on the sim. Um, Usually like to just get the body moving so I don't get injured. Get everything warmed up, and then I usually go closest to pin. Usually about 20 shots of that. Either pitching wedge, 9-iron, somewhere around 120 yards. I don't want to overswing. I usually start with a 9-iron and sort of hit just little knockdown shots, and then I can see pretty quickly as I get warmed up the ball is just going too far. So closest to pin, make sure the irons are striking properly, and then I'll do some chipping from different yardages, footages, sometimes short, and I just want to get a feel for where's that distance, where's my 20-yard chip, where's my 40-yard chip. I kind of want to feel that. It feels a little different every day, and then I go hit driver, and sometimes not too many, just enough to figure out where my natural my shot shape is for that day. It could be a little bit of a pull draw. It's usually a little bit of a fade. Sometimes it's going super straight, and then I just get a couple of those feels, and then I just try and go up, not thinking too much, and just mimic that feel. So we'll go through here. We'll get set up, and we'll start with a 9er. I have told everybody how much I love these clubs, by the way, right? And I usually have some nice music going on, but thanks YouTube. I usually play some Satriani or my Joe Satriani station. Lots of instrumental rock. Let's go, yeah. Next, games. And again on these, I'm just trying to just get the body warmed up, especially as it starts getting colder. It's really nice today, but boy, when it's colder, it's a little more juice to get going. This is that Aviara. It's 117 and a half yards. I got the pin, I think it's on pin 10. It's like kind of right in the middle. I like to try and keep it pretty central when I'm doing this warm up. And then, yeah, swing away. thin boy. I'm trying to overhit that too. Easy. Finish pin high though, not bad. I like that swing. It's about perfect. That's really good again. Can't complain about that. By the way, I'm not always this good. This is pretty good. The 4 for 4, fairly tight. We'll get some shanks in there. Yeah, so you can see 5 shots in. Now I'm already, what? It's about 3 or 4 yards over the pin. I'll hit a couple more. But you can see as I start getting warmed up, my natural feels, everything's a little bit more fluid. The natural feel is it just starts going longer. We'll see if the trend continues here. I'll stick with the 9. Yeah, it's about pretty 3 yards further than I'd like, maybe 2. So at this point, I would either start choking down just a hair. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Go down half inch or so. Because I want to keep that same rhythm and tempo. Because I mean, you can see that's dialed. Those are birdie putts. Potential birdies. That's going to go further because I drew it. A little bit of a pull draw. Wow. That landed probably, what, 128? I don't know for sure. I think it hit about 128 and rolled out. So, I'll try one more. I'm going to choke down an inch now. I'm giving up that much club. Yeah, and at this point, I'm pretty loose. Again, it's warm. This is just, it's too much club. Even choking down an inch, I'm hitting basically 5 yards past. Let's get the pitching wedge. That's real good. That's right about where I want to be landing. It's real good. And then maybe at this point, I'm what? That was my 11th shot. I might play around a little bit with what it feels to finish with the hips and the body, to keep the hands forward, to hit more of a lower punch shot. A little more spin, thinking more about compression. Then I might open it up a little bit, go back to the 9, try and hit a fade, just to see if I have control of those shots. So I'll go ahead and try and hit a puncher. So little lower ball flight, and it's going to have a little bit more pop on the way back. That one basically stopped, but yeah. So it gives me an idea. That's working pretty well. I'll go ahead and also try. I'll see if I can really sling more of a draw. So I'll really focus on hitting a bigger draw. I'll probably choke down a bit on this because it tends to want to get a little bit feistier with that big draw. That's a pull draw, not what we want. Let's try that again. I got to get the feeling of not just only turning over or finishing the shot. It's like what I like to say, but I have to get the push away. So if target line is here, I want that club head pushing away from or right of the target line for a right-hander. I want to push and draw. I don't want to pull draw like that one. That gets you into trouble. So let's see if I can change that swing plane to this instead of kind of coming through straight or pulling it. There we go. So a little bit of a push, a little bit of a draw. Beautiful. So I'm going to grab the 9 and let's try that cut shot. See how it goes. Got about 6 more shots. So what am I doing for the cut shot? Oh, and by the way, on that last one, I forced myself to line up instead of just opening, because I can get lazy sometimes if target line's here, if I shut down to the target a little bit, sometimes I get lazy and I just pull across too much. So I actually forced myself a straighter shot, so I knew I had to push it out and then turn over to get that draw, to sling it a little bit. So on this one, I generally tend to be open to the target now, and then I allow the face to be slightly open, and then I don't use the draw technique, which is to drop this back just a little bit at the top. I actually keep this really straight and just try and push what I feel is straight through. It's probably a little bit cutting across. that's too straight. Okay, didn't get the fade. Let's try that again. I feel like my push through was really good. Probably didn't. I may have turned over a little bit. I got to think about keeping this kind of almost like I'm hitting a straight shot, punch shot, almost feeling. Oh, forgot the last key ingredient. So normally 9-iron, I'm just back like a ball or so, maybe a half quarter, 3/4 of a ball. I actually need the shot to be more middle of the stance so that when I come through, my hands are still ahead enough to keep that face open. The more the ball gets this way, the more time you have to shut down the face as you come through. So that's probably why that shot was a little bit straight. Just a little baby, not enough though. That's not cutting. That's a straight shot. And this is good. Maybe I can't get the feel today. Maybe I have to work on it more, or when I play my round, I don't utilize this tool. So I'm going to open the face just a hair more and see if I can get this to cut. That should cut. Not cutting. I'm just going to go a little bit back in the stance, a hair more, half a ball. There it is, just a baby cut. Just a baby. See how high that ball comes in and lands super soft? Something interesting about when you allow that face to be open and the ball just, you're adding that loft to the, shot. Let's try one more of those. Yeah, there's a nice little high cut. Love it. Okay, so it's not cutting as much as I'd like it to. It's very minor right now. Probably something in my swing. I'm still more hitting a straight shot on that. I can force the feels more by opening to the target more, opening the face a little bit. I got one more, I'll try it. Gosh, I mean, it's almost straight. Again, not a bad shot. I mean, I could be using my cut feel to hit my straight shot today. But I'd have to club up because I am losing a little bit. That more open face, that higher shot. Okay, so done with that. Not bad. I had, 4 or 5 real tight. And let's go on to the chipping portion. Okay, so 70 feet. And predominantly, gosh, I need to get another brush. Break all my brushes. Get my dirty grooves. So I generally almost always stick to a 56. It's just nice to have a steady feel. Get good at chipping with one club, and then add other tools in. So we got 70 feet. This is actually giving me a little bit of a line, so I don't want to be right a little bit. And then I'll usually do a little bit of a conversion. So what is it? It's about what, 23.3 yards. So where do I want to land it? Probably around 20-ish, maybe 21. It's a little short. See how much it checks up. Got to be more aggressive. Pushed it a little bit, and that's too aggressive. It's not bad. I mean, anytime I can get it in this within 10 feet, I'm pretty happy. But this one, I should be able to do a little better. There we go. I like that one a lot. That's what I like. So then I'll hit a couple of those good ones, and then I'll move on to a different range. So let's have a look at this one. So what is it? This 15 yards. So I basically want to land this. It's tough, right? 10 to 12. And then instead of using open stance, which is the shot I was just hitting, this one I'm going to be standing pretty square, and I'm going to have my hands high, and I'm going to treat it like a Bryson DeChambeau putt. Super straight arms. It's a little short because it's going to check. Got to be aggressive, so I need another 15% or so. That's better. That's what you want to see. I'll do one more of these. And again, this shot looks really just something like this. So, not that. Toe down, so you can see that shaft is really raised up. I want to hit the ball right in here. I'm almost deadening that ball speed a bit. I'm going to take a little bit of the spin off too. And this just makes it easier when I'm coming through grass and stuff. If I got that full sole coming through, it just grabs more, causes more trouble. This, there's a lot more room for error. Your mishits are less noticeable. And weight. Keep a lot of weight on that left side. It keeps you from getting chunky behind the ball. Ooh, pretty good. Okay, so I like that. Got a good feel for my 15-yarder. Let's get this thing moving again. Let's get a 40-yarder in. See what that feels like today. I love it. Use just a hair more and fall backing up on that shot. No. Not in real life. So I got to be a little more aggressive. No, it's too much. Ooh. Sit. Not too bad. Should be pretty good. Where's my check there? Yeah, I was blaming shot scope a lot, but it's the what is it, E3? I always forget the name. E6. I guess they're the software too. That's blending the flight scope into this program, so it's really more so E6's fault for that backspin and that crap, not flight scope. Well, I think their numbers are still not accurate on these little short chips, but all in all, a great product. Love it. Rolled up the face a little bit. It was still good. Right at it. Okay, now we're going to see where the big dog's going. So, not looking to crush anything, just looking for just kind of fairway finder. Try and line up fairly straight and just see where the ball flight is going. And hope that there's no weird issues today. That's a big pull. Not big, but no, it's missing the fairway, so it's big enough. I could feel it right away. So instead of this feeling, I want to have this feeling more. Uppercut. A little better. So it looks like I got a little slight draw today. I tapped the mat just coming through a little bit. Let's see if I can fix that because I'm losing a lot of distance. Yeah, I like that. Quite short though. Yeah, 202 carry. It's usually a miss-hit pop-up for me. So, maybe a little bit too much spine tilt. Maybe I'll slow that down a little bit. I'm getting too much in the air. See if I can get that flight a little lower. A little better. Still quite short, but I haven't been working on any speed training or anything like that. Maybe I'll do a few of those just to get things ramped up a bit. Because if I play these numbers on driver, on AVR or any course for that matter, I'm chasing long approach shots, and I shouldn't be doing that. So I'm going to work on quicker tempo back. Quicker tempo back almost always results in a faster shot. But I have to control that because that extra distance is not worth it. Not being out that far. So I've got the carry up to 231. Okay, happy with the speed, but with that speed, I got to sync things up. So let's see if I can get it turned over right. Just touch the ground. Driver today, D+. Is not good. Boy, oh boy, I don't think that was accurate. It was definitely a push, but that ball flight was way low, and it wasn't on here. Oh, this is a mess. I gotta do more work on speed training. Gosh, that push is yuck. So I'll try two things at this point. First thing is my thoughts on when I'm turning the club through or coming through the shot. I'm gonna feel like it's not happening here at the ball. It's happening back just a little further. If I don't straighten it out with that, instead of having the ball somewhere in this position, I'm going to stick it up closer to the toe, give myself more time to come through. Let's try both of those, see which one I can get to work. So I want to finish over here somewhere. That's not bad. So I got to get that tilt back up. So I need a little more spine tilt so I can finish that. That's a little more acceptable distance-wise. It's still so short. Not hitting it very good on here, and that translates to a very poor strike. Wow, driver's not been this bad in a long time. Usually I come out here, I hit like 3 shots. one or two sometimes. It's like, okay, I know where it's going. There we go. That felt like my normal swing. Yeah, that's normal. It's because I hit it here. So 257 carry. Total is hardly anything more. Yeah, I got less than 10 yards extra, but it's a high ball flight, so that's good. So that's kind of what I go through for a warm up when I'm being smart. Sometimes I'll just come out and play around because I don't care. I just want to get going, and maybe I don't have time. So I'll do that, get that warm up in, and then that tends to give me a little bit better of a round, so I get close to that magic 0 number. All right.